Sam Myers and Eddie C. Campbell for the final blues break ever. Well, not the last blues break ever, just the last one that I will have a story after. The blues break will keep happening. The last blues break story, however, is as follows. Dear Brock, thank you for applying to WTMX The Mix. Unfortunately, we've opted to move forward with other candidates at this time. Dear Brock, thank you for applying for the position of board operator in talk programming. We've decided to pursue other applicants for the position at this time. Dear Brock, thank you for being a Papa Rewards member. Wow, you now have 8 Papa points toward your next $10 in Papa Dough. Keep saving. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. These are all real emails that I have received over the last semester. But don't worry, boomers. This is not about to be some commentary on how difficult getting a job is for us filthy liblineals. No. I am simply trying to be emo to build suspense for my story, and that is because I have been shot down by oh so many radio stations nationwide. That is true. And production companies and writers' jobs and women just shot down left and right. But I've been assuming that those are the things that I'm supposed to want because that's what you're sort of told to want, those jobs. And job security, of course. But if there's anything that the last 3.5 years here at WMSV have taught me is that just no one knows what they want. Not you, not only the creator of the thing, but also the consumer of the thing. People hire and fire based on what they think the consumer, the listener, you, would want. But no one can know, not even you, right? If you're listening to this right now, you're probably a fan of the show. If you've persevered through the hour and 45 minutes that have already happened. But I bet $1 million zillion that before this show existed, not once ever did you say, you know what I would love is if a pasty white string bean boy shouting his opinions at me for 2 hours every weekday morning just popped into my car. I would love if that happened. And yet, here you are. Here you are. And before Anthony gave me this job in 2016, and even for a while after it, I did not want to do radio professionally whatsoever. Or even be in the entertainment profession at all. I was computer science, for God's sake. My dream job was making Steam greenlight indie games and voicing League of Legends champions. I didn't want anything to do with comedy or radio. But that was just because I was assuming that I knew what I wanted, but I didn't, and I still don't. But neither do you. You don't know what you want or what you like until you see it or you hear it. And that thought makes me feel just so much better. I can't tell you. And so when my friend and work partner since I was 16, who has lived in Detroit, asked me to start writing a cartoon with him and told me he's moving to San Francisco. And when Luke Lutz, incredible comic and my very best friend in the world, told me he got a job in Sacramento, everything just kind of made sense. And that's what I want right now. My 2 favorite people in the entire world, the only 2 people that I want to work especially closely with out of college, who, by the way, have never met one another or spoken even once, are, by chance, going to be living an hour and a half away from each other in California, and I am also going. And that is my whole plan. But I'm not an especially religious person, by the way. You could probably tell that by the everything about me. But whatever's up there, they don't do coincidences, folks. And this is no exception. So, come June 8th, I'm going to be in San Francisco writing this show with one of my closest friends from Detroit. I'll be doing stand-up comedy and improv with Luke, one of my closest friends from here in Mississippi State. And I'm going to be doing the same thing that I've been doing since I was like 10 years old. And the same thing that's afforded me so many amazing opportunities and introduced me to so many incredible people over these 4 years. And that is making stuff. Just anything. Videos and photos. And namely, podcasts. We got there. There it is. I wanted to get an episode of my podcast out before I was doing this exact blues break with you. But this last week has been very packed filled with spending time with people I care very deeply about and saying goodbyes, and I could not trade that. But the Cooking with Brock podcast will begin in the next 2 weeks. If you want to know more about it, you can find me on all social medias at Brock St. Clair. It's BrockStClair. I hate promoting my social media. Makes me feel like scum. But if you want to know, there it was. And more importantly than everything, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening and responding and laughing and having a good time with me on the show over these years. I can't tell you. I mean, thank you so much. Especially thank you to those people who have heard my voice in public at like a coffee shop or whatever and said something about the show. Sorry if I was cripplingly awkward in the way that I responded to your praise. That's just kind of the way I am. I apologize. But I can't tell you what that meant the universe to me. Thank you so much. This has been and is my favorite thing to do in the world, and your support is unlike anything else. And I very genuinely can't describe to you what it means to me. Also, in large part, probably because I am not good at describing feelings in general. So you'll have to excuse that. But thank you. Let's stay in touch. At Brock St. Clair on all the things. Let's talk about something. And let's also tune into the Juke. Did you see that one coming? The show that airs every Sunday right here on WMSV from 6 p.m. to midnight that plays blues music. Blues that reminds you to find your thing, to trust yourself, and more importantly than anything, never back down, baby. Okay, there it is. There it is. The saga is complete. This really has been an incredible ride. Thank you so much for watching these throughout the years. I know I've had my gaps where I stopped doing them, and they're not consistent in quality by any means, but I appreciate you supporting this project. There is more to come. Very exciting stuff I'm excited to share with you very soon. This is not the last you've seen of me, by a long shot. And I hope it's not the last that I will see of you. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon.